chances are we have your part. Shoot, I hope so. I guess we're gonna find out. I've never been to this yard before. Looking forward to seeing what they got. You already know we had to get one of these big wheelie carts. The first thing that's standing out to me is that you can actually wash your hands here. That's so cool. At a junkyard? Like what? Take tires off too. They have it organized by make and model. Look at this. Chrysler, Jeep, GM down there, Ford down there. That's pretty handy. I've never seen a yard organized by manufacturer. CRV flying past. A 4Runner. What is this? 240. No way. Look at this fender. Someone already grabbed the headlight. This poor car. Let's see how bad the rust is on this one. Oh yeah. Oh. The spongy spoiler, the OEM wing. Crackless dash? What? Carpet's not too bad. Actually, it is pretty stained. It's pretty bad. Got a light bulb. Nissan? Is that supposed to go here? That's a pretty cool looking logo. This door does not look bad. Oh, just a little bit of rust. Fender liners on both sides. Check out this frame rail. Yep, this thing is pretty rusty, but there's still a lot of good parts on it, so let's see how much we can grab. Look at this mirror they put on. So it has a complete KA. How many miles are on this thing? Let's check that. Only 75,000? What? What? Why is it in this condition? This is probably a good KA. I'm assuming this is why it's in here. Probably just got in a fender bender or something. And they're like, oh yeah, car's totaled. It ain't worth nothing. That quarter panel though. Gotta check the trunk, see what we got. Oh. Privacy cover? No way. Hold this on my head. Sunroof bag? Holy sh! No way! Alright, pushing that up there. The sunroof bag with the sunroof cover in it. I have actually never seen one of these in person. And I'm surprised that this looks in very good condition. What a score. Holy crap. Take that. This hood doesn't look too bad. Actually, it is crunched right here and wrinkled right here. A slight bend right here. Dang it. I like to get to these cars before people mess them up. That way I can grab as many pieces off of these cars to save them, to keep the parts rolling around. Because a lot of times people will just cut everything else out of the way and just get what they need. This car just got in the yard today and it's already missing the headlight, and they ripped off this shark nose extension, which I would have, liked to have. Same with bending this bracket right here. So that's just the importance of getting here as soon as possible. I'm gonna start with taking this fender because I actually really need this. I'm trying to get these bottom bolts out of the fender and it's just completely rotted away. So I'm gonna see if I can just pry the rest of the fender off. The bottom of the fender isn't too important on S13s because this is usually covered by a skirt anyways, but usually everything else is like beat up and dented. So I would still consider this a good fender. Oh my god. Never been removed. Still has the original adhesive on it. Beautiful. I also noticed it says Kenwood right here. I have no idea what this dial is for. I thought Kenwood was like a speaker system, but this is in the engine bay. Kenwood alarm system? Is that a thing? My very next step is getting off the dash. This thing is immaculate. It's kind of gross in here though. Definitely Catholic, I guess. Okay. So this is probably a dad's car. And it's probably just sitting for a long time. I did notice one very interesting thing. I was looking at the KA, and on the oil filter it has a date on it, which I typically like to do as well, date your oil filter. But this one says 3/20 something 2018. So I'm assuming this oil has not been changed for about 4 years. Oh, I just realized it also has complete AC. Every single piece and tab. Oh my goodness. Oh, what? Still has the key in it? No way. I still cannot believe this only has 75,000 miles on it. And I think it's okay to assume with this car that this is the original cluster, because everything else is bone stock. This looks like just some old guy's car. This guy has credit card stuff still in here. Come on, man. You gotta clean your car out. You don't want people looking through your stuff, you know? Parking ticket? Looks like it's from 2019 though. There's a little sticker here. It says mine, mine, mine. Looks completely melted. Stock radio? The driver's prayer. More religious stuff. More religious stuff. Cigarette lighter. Haven't seen one of those in a while. Alright, I need to get this dash out before they close. I don't want someone else to snag this. It is actually flawless. I don't see any blemishes. We're making some great progress. Got all the hardware out of the way. Got the cluster out. Still can't believe this has 75,000 miles on it. This is by far the cleanest cluster I've ever seen. So far so good. I'm just kind of easing it, being cautious. I started taking out the dash vents and they just absolutely disintegrated. I mean, these are super fragile. Check it out. That took no effort. While I was pulling the dash, someone took the hood and some other stuff. Someone else came by and snipped this. And also took some taillights and all the trim in the back. It's crazy how fast stuff goes on these cars. Figured I might as well grab these hood hinges since it took me so long to find the last set. I'm also gonna grab this A-pillar trim because if you have an S chassis, you know how hard it is to find this trim that doesn't have this rubber piece rotted out. This is probably the second set I've ever seen that was not rotted. Jesus. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Oh, so much dust. This place closes in 5 minutes, so I gotta rush. Oh, look at the sunset in the 240. Now we gotta grab this side real quick. The best way to grab these is just rip this seal out. It doesn't actually damage this seal, but it's the fastest way to get to this A-pillar trim. Take out all these screws in here. Well, they're closed, but luckily I got a good first haul for a first day. I can't believe how many awesome items were on that car. The sunroof cover, like what? Never seen one in person. And it's just in a junkyard. You never know what you'll find in a junkyard. Now I somehow have to fit all of this into my Integra. Privacy cover, sunroof shade, low mile cluster, crackless dash, pretty decent fenders, super good 8-pillar trim, all for under $200. Well, luckily everything fit in here very nicely. Well, I decided to go back for seconds. Day 2. Let's see what we can get today. Got our cart. Check out this Subaru engine. Camaro? I think this is the first junkyard I've been at where the ground is cement, but it's really damaged and just coated in all this car grime and grease and oil. This looks like it's in good shape still. What is this, a G20 or something? Aren't these the cars that have SR20s in them? This thing looks mint. Why is this in here? The heck? Tow notice. Damn. Let's see. There it is. Pretty sure that's an SR, right? Front wheel drive SR. It's in good shape though. Camper van part out. That's interesting. Hello, gorgeous. Before I start grinding away on this, I kind of want to check out what's in these other aisles really quick. It appears to me that no one else has been here, so that is great news. Oh yeah, these are beautiful. Not one flaw. This side has the damage. Rip. Yo, what? Interesting. Runner. Dang, this thing's rotted. IS300. I'm sure a lot of people could use this. NA stock company. Okay. This black interior does not look too bad. I don't know much about these cars, so don't know what's good or bad. Oof. What is this? What was this car? I'm gonna guess Civic. Front clip and rear clip are gone. Oh, it's a Camry. I literally couldn't tell. This is a massive yard. I've been walking for a while. It just never ends. Oh, here we go. The end. Oh man. TSX, I think. No K-Series though. Hey, CRV, B20. And you guys already know the secret about the 5-leg on these, if you've seen my previous video. Ooh, what is this? VG30, I think. I think this is an old Maxima. Yeah. Oof. These are the cool ones. These taillights look so sick on these. Big old boxy boat. It's got red valve covers. That's how you know it's fast. EK? Yeah. Rotted. SI tails. There's a bunch of 4Runners in here, I swear. I feel like everyone needs parts for these for some reason. And there's so many here. I don't think I've seen a Mini Cooper in here before. Yeah, look at these wheels. Dude, are these 3-piece? Swaggin' Legacy. You know this thing was fast. Whew. It's like purple. It's a pretty cool color. Maybe more maroon, not purple. G35. This was like repainted some copper color and they did a horrible job. Ugh, and it's tan. Ugh. Impreza. Sick taillight job. All right, let's get back to the 240. Done enough looking around. There's nothing really too interesting in here, so. Oh, Odyssey to Odyssey. Two cool colors. Yo, what? This thing is sick. I know someone could be using parts for this. Dang, rollover. Oof. I've seen a lot of these damaged from rollover. Oh, this one's got stickers. ASR Spec Racer. This thing looks completely stock. Dang, they already took the B20. Aha. Back to the good stuff. Let's take off this door panel. Now I'm going to start taking some stuff out of the engine bay. Grab a few parts and pieces for some of my friends that have messaged me like, hey, I need this. Okay, I got you. So we're going to grab this intake tube with the math. A distributor cover? I think I've only seen like 1 or 2 of these ever. Definitely gonna grab that. Making some good progress on, whew, almost dropped it, on taking apart this door. Because if you guys remember, the door that I actually put on my 240 on this side is manual and the other side is power. So I'm going to convert my manual door to power. Luckily this is a power door, so I'm going to take everything that I need to convert it. So obviously we're going to need all the wiring. And then we also need the window motor. The glass I've heard is the same. I can't confirm that since I've never done this. So we're going to find out. Hopefully this works. I'm going to put all the hardware back where it went because I won't have that hardware from my door because my door was obviously not power. Best way to keep track is just put them where they go. I just noticed this car also has those plastic seat covers, which are just these little caps that go over the bolts on the seat. Super rare. Really good for like an OEM restoration or a super stupid clean stock interior build. Either way, we are definitely going to take those. This is so crusty in here. It's disgusting. Look at that. Just gunked up. Probably never been cleaned. 30 years later. Literally 30 years, because this is a 92. Oh, 91. Close enough. Close enough. Alright, I'm going to start working on getting this engine room harness out. And I've taken off some of the bolts on this fender. Luckily this fender, well, not luckily that it's rotted, but in our case, luckily it's rotted, so we don't have to take it off nicely. So I've taken the top bolts off. I can just bend it over. Based on these rotors, this car has been sitting for a long time. Harness looks untouched. Beautiful. All right, this is gonna be a lot of fun trying to get all this out of the way. Let's see how much we can knock out. I grabbed this luxurious leather seat out of that Maxima that's over there. So that way I don't have to lay down on the sturdy ground. I can get all cozy on it. What I'm working on right now is cutting the trans cooler lines and taking off the lower radiator hose. That way I can get the radiator out and get more access to the rest of the wiring. I was able to grab a lot off of this car. Although I am thinking if I want to just grab the engine while it's here, But while I was pulling out the engine harness, there were people messing around back here and they started ripping up the interior, and this was mint. Like, look at this. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? I was gonna grab that. This is why we can't have nice things. Well, my camera died, so I'm switching to my phone. I've never seen a sunroof that has the entire seal intact. Well, I guess it's a little broken right here, but still better than any other I've seen. The latch is good. I just took it off. We are definitely gonna grab that. I know plenty of people with hatches that have just the worst sunroof seal. Flip it up, slide. Oh shoot! Almost dropped it using one hand. I'm gonna put the camera down. All right, I think this just about does it for today. Although I am looking at this engine and I'm thinking I might want to grab it, but here's a quick little test that you can do to just see if it's worth grabbing. I like to just put my socket and ratchet on the balancer, and then you turn it. 1, 2, 4 even compression strokes. So that tells me this engine is most likely healthy. So I definitely want to save this. Another thing you can do is just listen to the intake while I'm turning it. Kind of hard to do with one hand, but you get the point. It has good compression, at least good enough to make it that hard to spin by hand. But unfortunately, I'm already running late because they said the yard's closed, so I need to head out again. Day 2, another great success. Hopefully we'll be back soon. Since I do plan on taking this engine, I'm gonna cover it up with, I guess, the seat, just in case it rains, and just kind of protect it from filling up with water or debris.